Your hand is up like this, then you tuck your thumb in and all four fingers over that thumb and back and forth.
Good morning, guys. Those of you that aren't going to stick around, I know a lot of people just watched the first bit of a video. Basically, this is our charity video, and if you want to support our causes, just click that donate button. It should be beside or below. YouTube pays all fees. If you're watching this video on a different platform, this is the only time I'll say this all year, is go to the YouTube video. There's a button there and you could donate. Okay, now if you want to know why we chose this charity, stick around. At the beginning of the year, I said that we were going to do $5 for all living fish that enter the boat, and I believe at the end of the year we end it with a little over $1,000. And due to possible miscounting and some fish being cut out due to creative editing, to make the videos flow, I'm just going to go ahead and round it up to 1,100. And we have already put our money in there, okay? And if you want to support the same charity, just click that donate button. One of the things that have always bothered me is the whole idea of a child being abused and not having a way out. And I would like to get behind people that are trying to do something about it. But one thing that I've noticed is, nobody ever does a charity or a organization about trying to find them, like there are signs and there are, probabilities. And unfortunately, in this country, if people are careful, the good guys and the bad guys have rights, privacy rights, whatnot, and that's just the way the world works. The world's not fair. So I started looking at other things like intervention, protection, empowerment. I wanted something, not just to treat these kids after it all happened, but maybe some type of help while we know what's going on. Or to prove that it's going on. And so I continued to search and I found a bunch. Nothing really ever checked every box, but I did come across one called Bikers Against Child Abuse, B.A.C.A. Now I'll admit, first time I saw it, I just passed it up because I thought, they probably do fundraisers and, biker rallies and, biker runs and whatnot, and that's cool. But I was wanting somebody that was actually doing something. So I kept looking at it. I kept searching for those terms and they kept coming up, so I finally clicked on it. Turns out I was wrong. Okay, now this is an unusual charity, but they also do the ordinary fundraisers and stuff, but they do something else. And I'm going to read their mission statement. This is a little bit of reading, but I think it's important. Bikers Against Child Abuse exists with the intent to create a safer environment for abused children. We exist as a body of bikers to empower children to not feel afraid of the world in which they live. We stand ready to lend support to our wounded friends by involving them with an established, united organization. We work in conjunction with local and state officials who are already in place to protect children. We desire to send a clear message to all involved with the abused child that this child is part of our organization and that we are prepared to lend our physical and emotional support to them by affiliation and our physical presence. We stand at the ready to shield these children from further abuse. We do not condone the use of violence or physical force in any manner. However, if circumstances arrive such that we are the only obstacle preventing a child from further abuse, we stand ready to be that obstacle. And that alone got me like, wow, I didn't know that people did that. I get that people would want to do that, but to have a whole organization that did that. So in the cases that they can, they will show up and they will make this child part of their organization. They'll bring a jacket, a patch, and it's up to the child if they want to wear it or not. But I can't imagine that, and they also escort, they'll show up to the court case if the child has to testify against their abuser. They'll all be there. I think that's really cool. Okay, I know it's a little unusual, but I definitely feel like this is hook, line, and chill aura. Okay. They made a few statements about their public perception. I'm going to read these too. These are kind of just picked out. They have a whole website. So they say, "We are professionals, blue collar, and everything in between. B.A.C.A only discriminates against one kind of person, child abusers. Because we are bikers, there are times when the uninformed may have understandable but unfounded concerns about B.A.C.A. The media, Hollywood, and some authors have helped to stereotype all bikers in a negative light. Because of these misconceptions about bikers in general, B.A.C.A's image is sometimes harmed. In order to counter the misconceptions, B.A.C.A chapters conduct and attend community events to meet with the public and answer questions that they may have. Once people talk to us for a few minutes and get an understanding of our commitment to children, they are generally very supportive. On the other hand, we are not especially popular with those that have been incarcerated for their actions against children, nor are we popular with those that prey on children. We have made and will continue to make enemies of those who harm children." So here in 2023, I've decided that I'm going to support and get behind B.A.C.A, Bikers Against Child Abuse. I appreciate what they've been up to, and I hope you will too. They say that it takes a village to raise a child, and whether a lot of us want to admit it or not, we are the village. So all I'm asking is for one small donation, because one donation could help one failed child, and one is too many.